What's going on, YouTube and y'all squad? This your boy Yocrates. This is your review for Real Housewives of Potomac season 7, episode 4, I believe. Yeah, just go, if it's not, it'll be in the title. So with this episode, there were like a whole lot of quick scenes. I mean, obviously it didn't get good until the end, so we'll just go ahead and run it. I'm gonna try to squeeze out as much as I can because I felt like the first three-fourths of this episode really didn't give much, but hey, let's start. So we pick up in essence where we left off last week. The only thing is, it's an hour later from Ashley getting the news. She goes over to Candace's house, and she says that Michael has texted her, but says that he needs 24 hours to process everything before he can talk to her. Okay. We find out that Chris does not want to be around the group, which is understandable. Like, to sit here and kind of push this narrative, it is very dangerous. So I understand him not wanting to be around. Totally get it. Ashley then, hold on, wait. No, and then Candace says that she has known Giselle to plot because she's been present when it was going down, even in season 5, if I'm not yeah, season 5, with the whole rumor going out about Monique, and even her getting online and saying that there was a plot. I was there and I said that it wouldn't fly because the baby looks just like her husband. So yeah, so my thing is, if you have known her to be this way, again, regardless of what y'all were building, I don't know why you got comfortable, especially when you see that she has a history of targeting people. But okay. But look, this ain't gonna be the first one that you got wrong, because you're gonna be wrong again by the end of this episode. So Ashley, we find out, was on a date. So I mean, that's cute, whatever. And then she brings up how well, because like, dang, T just gets around this and the third, and I mean, like the same thing that has happened, with Ray and Karen, because she has a lot of tea on them. And then I don't know why Candace decided to volunteer information, saying, because yeah, we know that Karen, will up and leave and be with somebody who isn't Ray. And it's like, even though it was just that one line, why? Now let's be clear. If she's still mad at Karen for her, like the whole her versus Monique thing, I get it, I got it. But this, I don't know. I just feel the way about it, especially given the fact that you are this upset that somebody is mentioning your husband. So I will at least think that maybe in the same season you wouldn't be talking about somebody else's marriage, but that ain't none of my business. So then we get Mia with her family. They talk about the soft opening of this of the clinic, and how she is saying that, yeah, after this one, we need to wait some time before we open up another one. Yeah. Then they talk about her sickness, and I'm like, and what was even weird about that is she seemed oblivious to some of what Gordon was talking about, and he had to try expound. She's like, oh, and it's like, ooh, you just lied a lot, girl. So she mentions Miami and a possible girls trip, and then lets us know that she was having relations with G in Miami while he was still married. Okay, well, you proud to be a host, so all right. Do you, boo boo? We get Giselle with her girls getting manicures and pedicures, and they talk about the twins' Sweet 16 party. All that going on. The kids let her know, you got 90 seconds to talk. Now, one thing that I did enjoy about the scene is just, how she was mimicking, she being Giselle, mimicking Jamal, and how if he was to get up there, how his speech would go. I found that to be funny. Again, I don't give Giselle much, but I'm going to give her that. Robin, she's seeing a family law lawyer. I mean, literally, we learned nothing. Her whole thing is she don't know how prenups work, so There's that infidelity comes up, something did happen, whatever, whatever. And she even says she wants to protect her businesses. Cool, got it. Not really a whole lot there. The only thing is, she said that one might be mad at um, the infidelity clause. Like everything else that might be in the prenup, he will be okay with, except for that. So then we get Karen, Ashley, and Wendy. They are at like a tulip farm, like they're picking flowers. Um, Ashley lets us know that she is not ready to talk to the public about her divorce. Like she's still kind of going through the motions and whatnot, and I think more or less is her and Michael are probably trying to figure out exactly how they're going to tackle this, so it's a united front with this particular thing. That's how it appears to me. And then they talk about the whole Wendy and Robin situation. And Wendy's just like, she just wants Robin to meet her halfway and has the idea of we're just going to do like a little session where we can all get together, put stuff out there. We all will hold ourselves accountable and whatnot. And hopefully we can move on to a better place. And she says, I'm going to just go ahead and put this in the group chat. And Ashley's like, you should probably send one directly to Robin's solo dolo and put some extra on it so she understands where you're coming from. Wendy ain't trying to hear it. I ain't mad at her. So we get Candace, Chris, and her sister. We find out that rapper Trina is going to do a feature on the deluxe version of her album. Her sister does not know who Trina is. I laugh. I'm like, all right, you don't know who Trina is. Okay. And then Candace reads, the text message that she got from Wendy, and they talk about it, and she just doesn't feel there's going to be anything positive to come from this. So then, so the women are in two separate sprinters. You have Wendy and Ashley in one, and then the other woman in the other. Which, because I was even sitting back, just like, I wonder why Candace wasn't in there with those two. But with the way this is about to end, probably a good thing. But anyway, or it could be that some of them live closer to others and whatever, whatever. So Wendy says she has kidney stone, and I guess she gets these frequently, and I guess this time it could be because of dehydration. But because she's always ripping and running, because apparently she's supposed to be drinking like a bottle of water an hour, and she's like, yeah, because if I do that, then I'm gonna be always having to go to the bathroom, this, that, and third. And then she wait, what the hell? Oh, okay. No, I just said that. So then Wendy also talks about how, we celebrate being booked and busy, but it's to our detriment. And then shares that her mother had went into the hospital for a routine checkup, but was admitted because her vitals were elevated. And she's sitting there like, I might need to slow down because this could be me. And it's one of those ways like, well, we see her being, in the hospital, based off of the trailer for the entire season. So it's like, I don't know if you manifesting this, but I mean, if all these signs are telling you to slow down and people are telling you to slow down and you're not doing it, eventually your body is going to force you to shut down. So just, yeah, but we've already talked about that. So now we get to the actual event. So everybody is there. They start with drinks. Giselle brings up the trolls online in reference to Ashley and how they on there celebrating, doing what trolls do. And we find out that Michael isn't being communicative when it comes to Ashley, how he has called and, is talking with the, engaging with her while the boys are there. As soon as the boys leave the room, he hangs up. Well, I don't know what she was really expecting, but all right. So then Wendy, explains the rules, and pretty much everybody's just gonna write, what, like, I guess their issues with the particular person, and if you don't have nothing bad, you can just put an affirmation, and you take it, you burn. Well, you take it, you own it, you burn it, move on. So Wendy says she's gonna start first, which I'm like, okay, good. This is your event. You start first, good. So only three people really had something to say, Like, cause look, everybody was like, when I say everybody, Ashley, Karen, and Candace all have positive things to say. Mia says that you can be dismissive. They show clips. Robin says we are oil and water, and I'm fine with that. Giselle co-signs what those two said, but then even said how you went a whole for a whole year coming at me to show up and then want to try to hug me, even though you was sitting here spreading and perpetuating lies about her husband and whatnot. So she had every right to. But again, we want to start in the middle, not at the beginning. So Wendy is pretty much just saying like, okay, I'm hearing it, I'm accepting it, and she even says to Robin, okay, I understand that we're oil and vinegar, and Robin's like, no, I said oil and water, oil and vinegar go together. She's like, okay, okay, but I own my part in it, and it is at this point, and then Wendy is visibly, not even visibly, she's just upset with Wendy and says, and also, can you please stop lying and saying that I tried to fight you? And Wendy is like, okay, well, when you get up and you're advancing towards me, and then you have to be restrained by somebody, then yes, that is the appearance of what you gave. Now, Robin is pissed because she's saying the buzz, like, I'm not a thug, I'm not this, and you're putting this out, and it's dangerous. Because, words mean things, and certain labels can, mess you up. So Wendy is like, no, you were restrained. So then she being Robin, calls Sharice and asked Sharice, did you even put a finger on me to restrain me? Now I'm sitting here just like, I know my memory is bad these days, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure Sharice did reach out and kind of like, at least kind of like, yeah, yeah. Sharice says no. But production said yes, because we clearly saw, and it was more than just a finger. It was wait, 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 hold on, and then she got up, and then she put her hands right here, and was kind of like, no, sit down, move back. And now Robin is truly pissed because she's getting loud, saying she don't give a what, and is like, okay, since you're lying and you want to perpetuate that, I'm not going to stay here. So she gets up and she goes into the sprinter. Don't even want to stay for the rest of the scene. And this is one of the things where I understand it. And I mean, hell, look, she's gonna be paid for the episode, so I mean, got it out. But I can't wait to see how she deals with this at the reunion, because you were being, restrained. It happened, and I had even said it's like, because everybody was like, well, she said stand in your ish, and she stood up. She wasn't saying physically stand up, but there is a difference between standing up and then advancing towards somebody. I keep saying that, where it's just like, regardless of how somebody is or isn't acting, that is still a bit of like, that still can be deemed aggressive movement, even though she had a whole lot of energy then that was even being aggressive now, because she doesn't like being called aggressive. But it's like, but Robin, you were. I understand us as African Americans and whatnot, we don't like that word being put on us, but sometimes, I mean, what, maybe combative, I don't know, but baby girl, you were being aggressive. Anyway, Ashley turns to Candace and says that she has to, get this off her chest, and says to Candace that at the spring fling, her friend, and I'm assuming that this wasn't Karen's event, and if it was, then I guess they didn't catch it, but said that her friend said that she felt very uncomfortable by Chris. And Candace just like, seriously. And in her mind, she's like, well, why are you just now bringing this up? Because you were just at my house not that long ago. Now, as she says, she just recently found out. So after she was at her house. I don't believe her, but okay. And then said, but Candace's whole thing is, why are you doing it? Like, you could have called me. You could have did this. Ashley's whole thing is, I knew I was going to see you, so here it is. But Candace did bring up a good point. When I had something to say to you about your husband, I did come to you privately, because this is one of those where, yes, cameras are here and everything, but they could have still had this moment. It could have just been not the entire group. So Candace is not having it, just saying like, no, this is not my husband. And she even says in her confessional, just like, I went against my best judgment and decided to give this woman a chance. Yeah, and let the woman in your house too. Yep, yep, that's what you did. So I don't know why she did. And Candace is very upset, and rightfully so. It gets to the point where, oh, and then she also brings up Mia, saying, well, Mia has somewhat of a similar um, interaction with Chris. And Mia's like, well, it wasn't sexual, but there's that. And Candace is sitting back, peeping games, like, okay, so we really, really doing this, huh? So then, wait, oh, and then you have Ashley, because I think Ashley had a slip, because she was just like, the pendulum swings both ways, and it doesn't feel good, does it? And Candace was like, there it is, because she even had said that you have called my husband a creep and this, that, and third. And she was like, and there's proof, there's facts. So in her mind, okay, this is you playing get back right now. More than likely. And then she was like, "Oh, so what are you gonna do? Just turn a blind eye?" She was like you do. You know best. That's what you. That in essence is like you turn a blind eye to everything that Michael has done." And then she pretty much, well, I don't know why I'm having such like a foggy brain today. Ashley then says that, well, Chris has been in other people's DMs and not just mine. So laying it on thick. Now I like I said, I don't know why she even trusted Ashley, but I feel like this is a possible deflection of. So we don't have to talk about the fact that my news is out there. Let me sit here and start some issue with you. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. Hopefully, I have better energy tomorrow for the panel. Also, Love and Marriage Huntsville, you were more than likely to get that tomorrow. I didn't have it in me to do today. So, with that being said, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all for the next video. All right, peace.